secrets of the past.
What if I told you there's a collection of ancient stones in Peru that depict humans riding dinosaurs, performing complex brain surgeries, and gazing at the stars through telescopes? Are these signs of a forgotten, technologically advanced civilization, or the most elaborate archaeological hoax of the 20th century? This is the mystery of the Ica Stones, enigmatic, controversial, and still unsolved. In the arid deserts of southern Peru, just a few hours from the famous Nazca lines, lies the quiet town of Ica. Here, in the 1960s, began one of archaeology's strangest sagas. Locals began trading peculiar engraved stones, some no larger than a fist, others weighing hundreds of pounds. On them were etched astonishing images: humans fighting dinosaurs, performing organ transplants, and manipulating telescopes. They quickly caught the attention of scholars, adventurers, and conspiracy theorists. But one man, Dr. Javier Cabrera, would dedicate his life to uncovering the truth. He believed these stones were a window into a lost civilization, perhaps even one not of this world. But how did these stones come to be, and what do they really show? The Ica Stones first appeared in local markets in the early 1960s. Although legends of engraved stones in the region go back centuries, even to the time of Spanish conquistadors, it wasn't until 1966 that they gained global attention. Dr. Javier Cabrera, a respected physician and former dean of the University of Lima's medical school, was given one such stone for his birthday. It depicted what looked like an extinct fish. Intrigued, he began buying more. The majority came from a local farmer named Basilio Usquia, who claimed to have found them in a cave near the village of Aucacage. Within a decade, Cabrera amassed more than 11,000 stones. He arranged them into categories: astronomy, medicine, technology, animals, and more, convinced they formed an ancient library of knowledge. The stones vary in size and style. Some feature simplistic carvings, fish, llamas, geometric patterns. But others show scenes that challenge our understanding of pre-Columbian history. Among the most famous images, dinosaurs such as Triceratops, Stegosaurus, and Tyrannosaurus rex, humans hunting or domesticating them, heart and brain surgeries, including organ transplants, astronomical devices and celestial navigation, telescopes, globes, maps of continents, including a pre-flood Earth. These carvings are not crude. Many show intricate anatomical detail: arteries, organs, bones, prompting Cabrera to argue that this civilization possessed scientific knowledge rivaling or exceeding our own. One recurring image is of a human riding a dinosaur-like creature. Another shows a surgical team conducting a brain transplant while others observe via what appears to be a viewing screen. But while the visuals are compelling, they raise enormous questions. Could people from thousands of years ago really have coexisted with creatures extinct for 65 million years? The claims made about the Ica Stones defy not only historical timelines, but fundamental principles of geology, paleontology, and anthropology. No dinosaur fossils have ever been found in Peru's Ica region, and the styles used to depict them on the stones bear striking resemblance to outdated reconstructions from 1950s science books. For example, dinosaurs are shown dragging their tails, omitting modern paleontology corrected decades ago. Some depictions even feature five-toed stegosaurus or other anatomically inaccurate details. Moreover, the human figures have exaggerated features and accessories resembling Aztec or Inca art, despite the depicted technology being millennia ahead of anything known in the ancient world. Critics also point out the sheer impracticality of producing such detailed carvings with tools available to pre-Columbian cultures. And yet, the stones are all carved into andesite, a very hard volcanic rock. So how are they made? In the early 1970s, the mystery cracked open. Basilio Usquia, the main supplier of the stones, admitted to fabricating many of them. Faced with legal pressure from the Peruvian government, who believed he was smuggling cultural artifacts, Usquia confessed that he and his wife had engraved the stones using modern tools and sold them to tourists and collectors. He even demonstrated the process, carving with steel instruments, aging the stones with cow dung and shoe polish, and baking them in the sun. Later, he recanted his confession, only to admit it again in a 1996 BBC documentary. His motive? Money, not mystery. Laboratory analyses confirmed the use of metal tools in some samples. Some stones even contain metal shavings in the grooves, impossible for ancient artisans. And perhaps most importantly, not a single stone with dinosaurs or high technology has ever been discovered in an official archaeological dig. All were acquired through unofficial channels. Still, a small but passionate group defends the stone's authenticity. They argue that the sheer number of stones, over 50,000 reported, makes it implausible that one man, or even a small group, could have created them all. They also point to a few stones with simpler motifs, fish, animals, ceremonial scenes, found in pre-Columbian graves, which could indicate a real tradition of stone carving in the region. Some researchers claim to have found patina over the carvings, suggesting age, but these claims are inconclusive, and critics argue that artificial aging methods can mimic natural patina. Dr. Cabrera, for his part, never wavered. Until his death in 2001, he maintained that the stones were genuine messages from an ancient civilization. He even suggested that they were made by beings who predated Homo sapiens, perhaps from another planet. So if the stones are indeed forgeries, why were they made? And if not, what do they mean? Some see the stones as part of a folk art tradition, blending local myth, imagination, and modern influences. Others view them as a cash-driven industry, born from demand for mysterious artifacts. Alternative theorists, like Eric von Daniken and ancient astronaut proponents, have suggested the stones may preserve memories of extraterrestrial contact. Creationists, meanwhile, use them to challenge the mainstream timeline of evolution, arguing that humans and dinosaurs coexisted. But the mainstream scientific view remains firm. Without controlled excavations, reliable dating, or contextual evidence, the stones cannot be accepted as historical artifacts. They exist in a gray zone, between curiosity and forgery, between legend and commerce. The Ica Stones represent more than a collection of rocks. They embody our desire to uncover lost knowledge, to believe in the impossible, and to rewrite the past. Whether you see them as ancient relics, modern hoaxes, or a fascinating blend of both, they've become a cultural phenomenon. They challenge us to ask, what counts as evidence? Who controls history? And how far are we willing to go to believe in mysteries? In the end, the Ica Stones may not reveal the truth about dinosaurs or lost civilizations, but they do reveal something very real about us. So, what do you think? Are the Ica Stones a lost archive of human history, or a clever fraud with a great story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Secrets of the past.